Hello and welcome to Auto Club Speedway. Tonight for the BTDY finale 200, race number 20 out of their 20 race here, season number 3, the racing series by Martin Sports. My name is Adam Baker. I've got Alec Martinez up here in the booth with me, and the championship pretty much wrapped up coming into tonight's race, but there is still a victory on the line for these drivers, and a little bit of glory and a good way to go out and close this season. Alec, how are you feeling about coming out here to your home track in Fontana, California?
Well, it's good to stay or come back here to this track after what we witnessed on Friday.
Yeah,
For the invitational with Group A's and Group B, and again, congratulations to I believe it was Aaron Smith taking home the championship. And yeah, well tonight Jeff Wright's already basically got it locked up. So big congratulations to him. As you can see, 30-point gap. Well, that's not going to be closed up tonight, and going to be impossible actually to close up tonight. So he will get his second championship and join Seth Hatchell, AJ Stravato as two-time champions. And well, it's going to be very interesting here today. I think we're in for a heck of a show. And that's Auto Club. Basically, everybody going for the win. Points really kind of going to stay stationary where they are. Maybe Angelo and Seth Hatchell, a good battle for third in points. But other than that, man, what a season it's been, and it's a great track to end it out on.
yeah, definitely a very fun track. One of my favorites. 2 Mile Oval here in Fontana, California. Pull up the track information um, right there on your screen. And this one, very similar to Michigan in a lot of ways, but has its own unique characteristics. Opened in 1997, and they're on their way to building a short track on the site of this 4 mile speedway. But this race track put on a ton of amazing races during its time, and it's definitely one of the most interesting ones that we're gonna get to experience this season. And luckily, we get it here in the finale, and I'm looking forward to a lot of fun seeing these guys battle it out for the final victory of the season. You saw the points earlier. Jeff Wright has it locked up. We've got the No Bull Challenge still up for grabs technically, but pretty much Bailey Turner has that one covered. And the up next award said we've got that is
Up there too, Cody
Cody
Adkins.
Adkins. Yeah, that's pretty much locked up. But we do want to give a shout out to all the sponsors that have made this happen all season long as we're seeing the drivers pull out onto the racetrack for qualifying. We've got some technical issues with our overlay. We'll get to it in just a moment, but we've got the drivers on track right now putting their laps down. But we want to give a sponsor shout out. Martin Sports, of course, the presenting sponsor all season long. Also, um, Up There Disc Golf, those guys coming on board this season. Affinity for Gaming, and so many others here helping BTDY continue to put on great racing each and every season. Looking forward to how we get some of those back next year, and a few more new sponsors on board. But we do appreciate all of them for helping make it possible to bring the action to you each and every week here on Tuesday nights, and get to do it one more time here this evening. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the start of this race here at Auto Club. We are just getting some things figured out with the overlay, but we'll have that up in just a moment. We'll be able to go through the starting grid in just a second. But on the pole here tonight, it's going to be Angelo Ronas, the number 29 machine. Bailey Turner going to roll off to his outside. Rolling off from row number 2, we're going to see Noah Mikulski and Chris Simard pick up those positions. Starting in 5th and 6th, it'll be Dennis Faircloth, and your points leader and championship in weight going to be starting in the 6th position, seeing if you can get one more victory after 7 wins on the season. Seth Hatchell starting in 7th, Caleb Weekly rolling off 8th, Ray Massey starting in the 9th position, and Logan Threlkeld going to make a start here starting in 10th.
And how about our boy Bradley Cooper in the 105, going to be rolling off in 11th, and Alan Dice in 12th. Then Dallas Sullivan, Cody Adkins will roll off 13th and 14th in row number 7, and rounding out the field in row number 8, 15 cars here tonight from Southern California. It is going to be Max Cost in the Zero Chevrolet 63 machine, and well, what a season it's been, and there's still one more race to go, even though a champion has been crowned. So there's a lot more to go and a lot more to see as the pace car will pull off. And 100 laps, 200 more miles to go in the BTDY season, and it all gets going for the Auto Club Speedway. Angelo Ronas, Bailey Turner, leader with the green flag for the final time this year.
There we go. We've got the overlay working for you guys right at the green flag.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, Adam, who you should pick?
Oh, my pick here tonight? I like Noah Mikulski maybe to get it done here. Good starting position. How about
that
you?
8-car Seth Hatchell, I think. I think Seth Hatchell, he's had some bad weeks, but I think why not end it on a good note. Won the Auto Club and the Xfinity car the last time they're here. I think why not get it done again as the turn 1's Bailey Turner, Angelo Ronas battling side by side here. Ronas on the pole looking to get that lap after a great showing at Bristol. Maybe some momentum to end the season going into next year.
Yeah, he had almost a victory last week, dominated that race.
Turner leads the lap at the line, side by side between the 29 and 25. Behind them, the 03 sits in line behind them, and here comes Jeff Wright to the inside of Chris Simard, then Seth Hatchell, Dennis Faircloth, Ray Massey, Caleb Weekly battling together here, but these guys are all on top of each other here as we come down the backstretch here.
And you can see him jumping up and down over those bumps all the way down into turn 3. The whole field all bunched up together, and still a battle for the race lead. Angelo Ronas with the advantage. Bailey Turner trying to fight back on the outside. Here comes Mikulski over the back bumper, and Jeff Wright is already up 2 spots into the 4th position, trying to get another.
Big run, might take him 3 wide here. He's got a big enough run, but now he's going to push the 29 down into turn number 1. And now it's going to be a battle for second of the 03 right behind the wake of the 29 car. Turner using that outside line with Mikulski closes up behind him, but won't be able to do much as now they'll be side by side again down the backstretch, and they'll be punching a big hole in the air. As you can see, Turner goes down to side draft the 29, but now single file through the top, I believe 8 behind the 2 leaders here. So everybody kind of waiting in the wings of these 2 battling side by side, possibly burning their tires off.
On the back bumper of the points leader, Jeff Wright. You got Chris Simard up here in 6th, and single file back to Caleb Weekly. Little break back to Alan Dice. That's about 3 car lengths really the difference between those cars, and then single file back to looks like Cody Adkins, and then a small jump back to Max Cost. A few more car lengths there in the Zero machine. Yeah, really close racing up here at the front. Still a battle for the top spot as Ronas has the inside, and it's Bailey Turner on his outside, still trying to make that work.
Turner still pitching that 29 down. Not taking all the air off that he could, but kind of forcing Ronas to have a low exit, and right there he'll get that run, especially if he gets help from the 03 down the front stretch here. Mikulski goes right behind the 24, kind of air bubble pushing him down the front stretch. Hasn't been made contact with the back bumper, but they're still side by side for Lee. Ronas sends it into turn 1, might be able to clear, but the 24 going to try to cross him over off of 2. Now the 24 to the inside, 29 to the outside.
Reverse rolls here as we see Chris Simard also battling down on the inside. Looks like Dennis Faircloth was able to get to his outside, bringing Ray Massey. Dennis, we're used to seeing running up there by the outside wall. He did it on Friday night in the VSPEED Invitational at this track, right up there by that blue barrier, and he's making it work right now.
contact for the lead. There would look like a little contact between Angelo Ronis and Noah Mahalski, and that almost turned the 29 into the 24, but they keep it riding in the right direction. And you don't want to get damaged here. That was something we saw in the race on Friday. If you hit the wall, you don't want to get damaged. I think was it Alex Bell that hit the wall? He ended up winning the race, but the first run, he hit the wall, had some damage. They had to pull the fender out, and then he got it better. Look at that run on the outside lane, down to the inside. You know, I don't know if I noticed this, but it looks like a little more red on Angelo Ronis' car this week.
Yeah, I think he put some pinstriping on there.
Yeah.
No sponsors still, but they put some pinstriping on for him just to fill the gaps a little bit more. But he's got a good run out of turn number 4 now, and the 03 is going to try and push him down the front stretch, but it actually might go to the middle. No, he gives a shove to Bailey Turner, and now he cuts down with a full head of steam. And then Hatchell and Wright going at it here for
good racing. Really good race. That's what you want from Auto Club Speedways. Oh, the 03 almost gets into the 24 off of 2, and that finally clears the 29 of Ronis as there's a battle for 5th now as the front 3 gets single file between Seth Hatchell and Jeff Wright. How about Dennis Fairclough closing up to the back bumper of both 2-time champions now, and now going to the inside of one of them.
Trying to get the move done on the 8 machine, but the 80 not going to be able to complete it here, and he'll get back in line now, single file amongst this lead group, all the way up to Angelo Ronis. He's got clean air in the 29, and for his first victory of the season. It's been a while since he's been to victory lane, but he nearly had it last week. He could rebound here tonight with being able to close it out, but still a long ways to go. 200 miles in this race. Race analysis, we didn't pull this up earlier. They've only got 5 sets of tires, so if we get a string of cautions here, tires are valuable at Auto Club.
Interesting. Oh yeah, interesting to see. And we know only 50 cars. That'd be the way the race. Then we might get some sort of an incident later in this race, but right now we're keeping it clean and green. But the tires, I think you might want to split this race. How do you want to split this race? And you want to? I don't think you'll be able to split in half. You're probably going to want to split this race into thirds as Hatchell and Fairclough go at it. The 80 and the 8 now, but the 80 looks like going to get the advantage. A little Hatchell and a crossover here off the 2 might think better of it here, and he'll probably have to push him down the backstretch.
And not quite able to cut under, but here he goes now, going to get to the quarter panel and do a little bit of side drafting. The 80 with a little pull from the draft down the backstretch, able to stay alongside. And now Jeff Wright has closed into the top 3. He's battling with Noah Mikulski, the 03 machine, out of turn number 4. Not going to be able to make the move just yet, but he'll still
that draft, though, that's going to help.
Yeah, he's got the draft from the 24. The 03 has the draft from the 29, and Mikulski's going to win that battle for the moment. But here goes Jeff Wright all the way to the top groove there, just about 4 feet between him and the wall.
All of them. The top 4 using different lanes. You can see Wright going to get a big run down the backstretch using that wall. It wasn't on the wall like Larson, but he used that outside lane, able to carry momentum now underneath to the bottom of Noah Mahalski here into turn number 3, but Mahalski gonna probably pinch him lower. Seems like turns 3 and 4, you're not gonna see everybody up on the wall here. 1 and 2, I think for sure we'll see guys inch up closer and closer to the wall. Is almost a little contact off before the 48, squeezing the 03, and now down the front stretch they'll pull even side by side with each other as the front 2 stay single file. Hatchell able to clear the 80 of Fairclough, and Ray Massey now into the fray. Look at 48 gonna get by, and the 03 gonna let him go. Tell you what, man, Noah Mahalski's been a lot faster these last few weeks, and honestly, he's been running almost a top 5 contender every week.
Yeah, he has been very strong here as the season has progressed, and up there in the chase, and looking to try and close this thing out. I think he's actually in 6th in the points, but it's very close between him and Keith Mayato and Chris Simard and a few others. They were all within about 10 or 15 points, and Mayato not going to be here tonight. So he will lose a couple more positions in the standings. But Chris Simard still has an opportunity to maybe get up there and get a 6th place finish. We also don't see AJ Stravato here tonight, so he could lose a couple more spots in the standings before the season's all said and done. And those are important things to to gain those positions in the standings. I think there's a little additional payout amongst the top 10 as you get better and better in the points. Slightly more payouts. So a little bit on the line for some of these guys.
Top 5. Only separated by a sec. How about Ray Massey able to get by? The 80 kind of falling off here in this longer run. How about Bradley Cooper? No, not the actor, but VSPEED's Bradley Cooper. Up 10th and been lucky enough to call some races with him this year. Obviously broadcasted the VSPEED Invitational finale on Saturday night. So we're going to see Bradley running well, saving his tire as well, and utilizing the outside lane in that VSPEED Chevrolet Camaro up inside the top 10, looking to get ninth from Fair. How about Sullivan and going side by side? There almost a little contact there off turn number 2.
Yeah, we'll have to get a word in with Bradley if we get a break here and just see how the car is handling for him. But I don't know if I've called a race that Bradley's been in. I know he's called a few
Yes, I have either.
both you and I have raced in. So cool to see him on track though, and also Logan Brelkeld, who's up in the booth with both of us.
He's been up with me as well. Logan Turkle's been up there as well.
Yeah, so really cool to see Logan out here. The Coca-Cola number 69 machine, currently 14th and hanging on the back of this pack. Kind of biding his time, I think, trying not to get in the way of any of the championship drivers, but pretty good, smooth, long-run driver, so keep an eye on him to maybe push the issue as the run goes on.
A lot of these guys have had experience racing on Auto Club Speedway Friday. A lot of them got to race in that VSPEED Invitational, got to get a couple laps down, so we'll be interested to see how those guys are able to treat it. You know, I don't believe anybody in the top 4. Maybe Noah Michalski was in there, but I know Angela wasn't. I don't think Bailey Turner or Jeff Wright were in the VSPEED Invitational on Friday, where I think Noah was. And I want to say Seth Hatchell. I know Seth Hatchell. I know Ray Massey, Chris Samard, Caleb Weekly. They were all a part of it. So a lot of these guys do have some experience and have gotten a long run to know what to do better. So we'll be interested to see how these guys treated and how these guys that did have that experience on Friday are able to go with it.
Yeah, I think the top 4 did not participate, as far as I'm aware. Noah Michalski was not in that race, but so far the top 4 currently leading the way, and then the first one that was in the race on Friday night, that is Seth Hatchell, and he nearly won it, really, between him and AJ Stravato. Yeah, it was a couple.
That's another reason maybe why I picked him.
Yeah. He led the most laps in that one, and ultimately went on to finish second in both of the elimination round races. So, really good.
Like I said, the top 4 did not.
Yeah.
Are correct. So I was looking, I was like, I don't know if Noah did or not, and I know Caleb Weekly did. I know from 5th all the way back to 10th were either involved or in some of it, but the track temp a lot cooler today than it was the last race, I would say, because the clouds are more in the air today in Fontana, and on I believe Friday it was 140-degree track temp, and today it's only 110, so 30 degrees cooler, so it does change the handling of the cars just a little bit. You know, whoever set the settings, perfect, because it is a little cloudy in Fontana. Yeah, it's nice out here. It's hot, it's warm. These tires are still going to fall off, but it'll be interesting to see as we're closing up on 20 laps into this run, what's going to happen. Jeff Wright's car starting to come alive, and I think he's closing up on the record of wins in a season. How many has he got? 8?
Got
9?
7.
I think ties it, right?
7? And I believe it was AJ Stravato. I think he had 8 in the second season of BTDY. So it would be able to tie it here tonight, and that's something, you know, another notch in his belt. He'd have his second championship, being only the second driver to do that. Seth Hatchell, of course, you know, with his back-to-back championships, no one has done that since. But wow, really close racing there as the 24 Bailey Turner tried to pinch the 48 as close to the wall as he could.
And Jeff's gonna get a monster run down the backstretch here.
I think Bailey had to back out a little bit when that happened.
Here goes Wright to second, and the 8 car starting to close up a little bit here.
Keep an eye on Seth to be good on the long run, as he usually is. With the experience from Friday, I think that really has played a role, and might be a little bit easier to drive it here tonight with the cooler track temp, like you said.
Look at the run he got off of turn number 4.
That can close right up on Noah Michalski, and
broke his leg there. Look at that.
Wow.
What a move for Seth Hatchell. Fake bottom, went top, and got to the outside of the 03. Now going to use that third lane. Use the left sides on the seam here. He's going to get a big run off of turn 4, and I think just might clear down the backstretch here. So he'll have momentum and draft, and Seth Hatchell works up to 4th by Noah Michalski.
Kind of made a Kyle Larson Indianapolis move where he jumped, you know, to one side, jumped back to the other side, and then got back to his outside. So that was
a big run here. Here it comes.
Neat move yeah, he's going to have a full head of steam off of turn 4.
I don't think Turner's going to really have an answer to block that. Here comes Hatchell now looking for third, trying to get the 2-for-1 special in one lap, it seems, as here he comes to the inside of Turner. I don't know if Turner's going to have an answer for him. No, Turner lets him go. The 8 car, really good long run speed.
We got 80.
That was true in the Real Cup Series, but man, he's looking good right now.
We got 80% fuel load here tonight, so I think they may have to do a 2-stopper as we've got a huge gaggle of cars.
Them, yeah.
Cody Adkins on the outside of that is Dallas Sullivan, who's now getting shuffled back. I'm not sure if he made some contact, but these guys are running up by the wall there. That's Dennis Faircloth. I think he caught the wall headed into turn number 3. You can see the right front big scrape on that fender. Logan Threlkeld going to try and make the move down low, but not going to have enough momentum. They are nose to tail pushing each other, and Bradley Cooper at the head of this line in 9th place, continuing to march forward.
Kind of separated the field a little bit. The top 8 kind of broken away about a second and a half back. Then Bradley Cooper, Cody Adkins, and Alan Dice all kind of all together about 3 seconds back, but they're battling each other. And speaking of battling each other, we don't have a battle for the lead here because Jeff Wright has a run on Angelo Ronis.
There he goes, going to jump to the inside into turn number 3. Angelo Ronis is battling with Jeff Wright.
Jeff got the apron right there.
At Bristol.
Look, he said Hatchell.
Oh, Jeff pushing up the hill here. It's going to be really close. A little side draft. But Angelo going to be able to clear.
Look at that. Look at that. Here goes the A with the run.
Yeah, that was a big swipe across the nose of the 48, able to keep it off of him. And yeah, Hatchell now to the inside, almost to the quarter panel of Jeff Wright. The 8 machine is on the move.
3 different lines right there. 4 different lines. Look at this. All 48 had to get out of the gas there behind the 29. You have to get out of the gas again. Almost slid up into the wall. And now here comes Seth Hatchell for second.
Ray Massey going to the inside of Noah Mahalski.
Massey's got really good long run speed. Actually, last time Massey was the fastest car on the racetrack. Because Bailey Turner now.
That's go
450 cars. What a show.
Yeah, these guys know what they're doing. You know, I say that about some of our leagues where we have short fields. Never short on action. You guys always put on shows for us here on VSPEED.
Cody Adkins get by Bradley Cooper here for 9th. Gonna move ahead of that gaggle of race cars. He gets ahead of the 105 in front of the 5 and 69. How about Noah Mahalski searching way up the racetrack for grip? Behind in 6th, who just got passed by Ray Massey. How about Chris Samard? Quietly in 7th. He's not too far back. Turned a really good lap time that last time. This is the 3rd fastest car on the racetrack.
Yeah, I would expect Chris to be good on the long run here as well. This is a track where you've got to save your tires just a bit. And he's been easy on him so far, and he is closing in now just about 1.3 seconds off of Angelo Ronis. And Jeff Wright, again, another big run off of turn 4. You can see he's got some scuffs on the right front of that Lowe's machine.
Yeah, he might have had to hit the wall as well. And like I said, we're getting to the run because soon we're going to have to see pit stops. And look at this. What a send. Look at how loose the 48 gets on the entry of the corner. All the air taken away. It seems similar to what we saw in Indianapolis in the Xfinity Series with Riley Herbst and was it Eric Almirola battling for the win. 48 really loose, held onto the car, but now side by side to the lead, punching a big hole in the air. They're both going to be side draft each other. And here comes the 8 with the big run. 8 might run the top here, and he might try to Kyle Busch these guys to get around both of them. And Wright's going to get the lead from Ronis. Angelo's going to have a big run. He might have a big push from the 8 car. Oh, the 8 car going to dive down. Oh, no, going to look low. Here comes the 29 for the lead. Look at the 8. Big run as well. Where does he go with it?
He's going to give the shove to the 48 down into turn 1, but Angelo Ronis might just be able to take the lead back if he can send it in deep enough here.
Jeff overdrove the center, but he should have be able to roll the car just enough on the outside. Ronis
oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, there gets the wall. And look at this, the 8 car with the run. He looks to the middle. Ronis goes to cut it off, but the 8 now pushing the 29 down the backstretch, and now the 48 have more damage.
I think they maybe checked up a tiny bit when they saw Jeff kind of bouncing off the outside wall.
Oh, 48 sent it in there, and 29 had to get out of the gas. He's going to get really loose. The 8 car going to get to the outside of him now.
Oh, Jeff in the wall again.
Patches the wall again.
Yeah, a little tap there with the right rear. He is really going for it.
Is close together because here comes Mahalski and here comes Massey. And even Chris Samard is close up into the picture.
Yeah, he's now down to a second behind, so he's gained 3/10. This is good stuff right here. Look at this view. All these guys running different grooves.
Mahalski's been the highest on the racetrack, way up on the wall. He's going to have a run on Massey here going to the inside. Now Turner to the outside of Ronis is Wright and Hatchell down the top 2.
You got to be a little bit careful not to burn your stuff up too bad, though, if you're the 03 by running the top group. He goes to the bottom this time.
And now Massey's going to be on the outside. You see the 03 getting really loose, and the 8 car going to have a big run down the front stretch going to the inside of Wright. And possibly talk about Jeff maybe having some damage from hitting the wall because the 8 car getting a whole lot of time, and now he's underneath the 48 for the lead, and he's going to throw it into the corner, try to do a slide job.
Use that low groove, bring it up over the seams here, and the 48 trying to keep it wound up on the top side, gets the back end out, going to be able to stay alongside.
I don't know, Seth should have threw it in there and he cleared him, and Mahalski getting passed by Chris Samard here. 48 going to run the middle, try to take that line away from the 8, although the 8 car is going to have some clean air to the nose, should be able to at least power up behind him and get not lose too much time. The 48 catches the wall again.
Both these cars up 5 positions in the first 27 laps. They'll cross the stripe. Wright, again, your leader. The top 5 single file. Samard and Michalski going to be side by side for 6. And Chris looks like he should be able to clear.
Hey, what? This 23 car's got some speed here as this run goes on. Man, Chris Samard needs to get by the 03. Oh, that time he will.
Oh, boy.
Man, almost contacted. Samard finally gets the spot. Mahalski now going to have some heavy right front, or he's going to have some right front damage from getting into the wall.
Yeah, I thought he was going to bounce off and catch the right rear of the 77, and that could have caused a big incident between those two. Ray Massey, though, up 4 positions. We also look at Cody Adkins. He's up 5 spots. He's leading this group of cars about 3.9 seconds.
With all the battling, they've kind of reeled these guys in a little bit.
Yeah, still just about 4 seconds back, but Cody
4 tenths faster than the 80, the 7 and the 03. And how about Ray Massey to the inside of Angelo Ronas here for 4th? Oh, Bailey Turner right ahead of him, not going to help. But Ronas gets really loose on the outside. Massey just on the bottom, not going to carry enough momentum.
They go over the bumps down in the back stretch to 23 of Ray Massey looking for that 4th position. But he had a really good run on Friday night as well.
He's going to clear the 29 here.
No.
Now he had to get out of the gas.
He checked up. I think he was going to be close.
Angelo got the wall.
Pushing his car to the limit here to be a lap 30 on the scoring pylon. It is still a battle for the race lead. Seth Hatchell on the back bumper. Jeff Wright.
Massey able to get 4th.
Ooh, in the wall.
Jeff got the wall. They both got the wall.
That's the problem with pushing right behind somebody. You're going to follow them right into the wall. And that's the case.
Now they're knocking the right sides off the car. Remember, you got the composite body, so that does help. And I think if the Seth Hatchell, you look a little faster. You don't want to... I think once we get into pit stops here, because they are coming, you don't want to short pit them here. You want to either pit with them or overcut them.
Yeah, the overcut is very powerful at this racetrack. I mean, looking at lap times right now, they are about 2 seconds off their fast laps. Jeff Wright at 43.68. It was 41.66 as his fastest lap. So yeah, just
this is gonna be a good run for Hatchell. Wright struggling with right rear grip. He cannot get the car hooked up. Can't seem to throw into the throttle like the 8 can. Now the 8 car goes up right next to him. Maybe try to do the old Kevin Harvick special. Push the 48 into the corner a little too hard and get by him into turn 3. But now Hatchell goes to the outside. Might have overdrove the center just a little bit, but the 48 struggling on their exit of these corners cannot get the throttle down because now the 8 car's gonna have a big run down the front stretch. And how about the 23 car up to the 24? Now Angelo Ronas coming into pit road.
What kind of move is Hatchell going to make this time? He's going to look down low. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. Pit stop should be coming up pretty soon. I don't think they can make it to halfway. They may go to lap 33, 34, 35.
For track position here. If you're Bailey Turner, Ray Massey, let's start putting the pedal down. We got to start pushing. Chris Samard that last time, starting to reel these guys in a little bit. Massey for sure the fastest car on the racetrack that last time. And how about this? Seth Hatchell to the lead. And I think Jeff Wright might be trying to pit here.
Yeah, he may be doing...
Oh, no, he's just got to cross him over.
Yeah, he slowed it down on entry there. And the 8 got by him. And here he goes right on by. But Hatchell could be in the better position down into turn 1 as we get lap number 33.
I think Jeff's going to try to send it into the corner here. Send a slide job. Well, Seth rolled the center of the corner beautifully. Jeff sent it in there, couldn't get back on the throttle. This time off the turn number 2 right, gonna try to clear, can't do it. Turner had to get out of the gas behind him, and here comes Ray Massey to the inside of the 23.
And while all that's going on, Angelo Ronas just pulled out
Right
right in front of the
leaders.
leaders.
See what line he goes to. He runs the middle, and now Ray Massey's gonna pit. I think he has the best car right now. I don't think he should short pit him.
And Dallas Sullivan is on pit road right now, and Hatchell is going to be able to take the lead away.
And he's going to get it, and here comes Turner. And how about the 77, Chris Samard, another one of those guys that raced on Friday is Ray Massey. Those guys really starting to move on this longer run.
And Massey is on to pit lane as there was an issue for the 23.
No.
Take a look at what happened
He's
here.
on the pit road.
Oh, and he caught the inside wall too.
Oh, that's not good. That's such a good car.
Get another look at this.
Right front down too. Oh, and now Chris Samard's bringing in a pit road. I think he's another one that should keep it out as long as he should.
Yeah, interesting.
Don't know
call.
why these guys are pitting early here. They gotta pit late. Chris Samard and Ray Massey, two guys that had really good long run cars, pitting early here. I don't think is the answer.
It's Caleb Weekly, Bradley Cooper, side by
And,
side.
oh,
Dennis
Travis
Fairclough,
Fairclough.
same issue.
Good save.
But he holds on to it a little bit better than the 23 could. We'll see what Ray Massey's able to do. He's back on the racetrack, but he'll have lost a ton of time.
2 seconds a lap faster than the leaders. He's going to have a massive lead, but I think they'll run him down over time. We'll see, though.
The top three.
These guys got to pit soon.
Yeah, top.
There's a certain point where the short pit or the overcut's not powerful enough.
Top 5 still on the racetrack have yet to pit.
There comes
Hatchell
Jeff.
staying out. Here comes Jeff Wright.
Turner. Oh, look at the speed of 24 is carrying into the pit road.
Wow.
Wow, he can't know that. Doug Cody Adkins into pit road. He gains a lot, and Logan's going to come in as well. And now Seth Hatchell going to be on the freshest tires here because he's going to probably have to pit this time by.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes any further than this, but I don't think you want to go more than about 1 to 2 laps past.
I think 1 lap is maybe the max here, maybe 2. I don't think 2. I think 2 might give up too much time here.
Yeah, because it's about 2 seconds per lap that you're going to lose, and he's really good on pit entry.
Turner overshot his box.
Able to get it into the box now, but right side's coming on. Left side should be coming on here in a
Seth
second.
Hatchell in the pit road.
Kind of an entry he has not as aggressive. Maybe he's still sliding the car a bit.
He's in. Rona's going to easily blow by the 48, and I think Chris Samard, no, I don't think he's going to get by the 48. I don't think short pitting was the way to go because Wright's going to jump him here. I think Chris is going to barely get by, but that 1 extra lap of tires I think is going to hurt.
Yeah,
Turner, look at all the time Bailey Turner lost.
Not much different
able to jump
on pit road between the 77 and the 48. I mean, it was actually just 0.3 of a second in total. That's contributed to a little bit less of a gap there as Hatchell getting service done on the 8 machine. He's off and away. Angelo Ronas now goes to the point, and he's going to have a big lead over the rest of the field.
Seth Hatchell did not have a good sequence pit cycle here either. He about a half a second worse.
So, yeah, we'll see where he shakes out behind, but he's going to fall behind Noah Michalski.
Maybe behind Turner.
Bailey.
Close. I don't think it'll be, but he'll be behind Turner here.
No, it looks like he might be able to hold on in front of the 24.
Only 0.8 or 1.5 seconds behind Jeff Wright here. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, with a tire advantage, even though it's just a lap or 2.
Jeff Wright is sliding that car around right now. He's trying to get by Chris Samard, and he is struggling behind him. I almost caught the right rear into the outside wall that last lap, and he's burned off that right rear a little bit here. We'll see. Chris Samard, I don't know if he's going to make it easy for him, but just 1 lap, you can see the difference of grip. Angelo Ronas, though, 6 seconds ahead of Jeff Wright.
Yeah, and the difference in terms of lap time is about 0.4 of a second per lap between Jeff Wright and Angelo Ronas. But Jeff is going to lose a lot of speed in the first few laps.
Yeah.
And then it'll kind of stabilize. You know, we get down into the 42s, and then it's a slower drop off from there, I think.
4/10 though, that's a lot of time, but I just don't know if that's enough.
Yeah.
I know he was in traffic this last time. We'll get to see what happens, but the thing for Angelo is he's all by himself, and Jeff Wright doesn't have any draft to kind of suck him up to him.
Yeah, so that time about 4.5
About a
almost,
five, 4.5, almost 5.
yeah, and so that's going to be good enough to get there at some point, but it's going to take a little bit. You know, they're going to start to stabilize. You know, Angela's at the 42.2s. We see Jeff already falling off a bit, you know, from his fast lap time a lap
And
ago.
Dice got by weekly there for 7th. I believe Logan had to come back in to serve a pit road penalty.
It does appear to be the case, or he served one while he was on pit road. Yeah, 44.3.
Oh, Dice got the wall. And right now, I mean, Jeff is. I think he'll get to him once he gets in about a second range. That'll be good. But if you're Jeff here, you want to obviously reel in that 4.5, 5-second gap. The problem is you don't want to over push your tires either. And Angelo did a great job. Actually, I didn't think that call would work as good, but 6-second gap out of pit road really doesn't seem to be like it's not closing down as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, I mean it's a 5-lap difference in terms of.
It'll come back on the end of the run for sure.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, I got to think the tires are going to even out somewhat. So, I mean, that last time, only 0.3 faster. That's nowhere near enough to reel in the 29 here.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting the last cycle. If we don't get a caution at any point in this race, these guys are going to have to figure out how to schedule that last pit stop. That's going to become the crucial mark in this race, because you could have guys overcut, you know, by a while, but are they going to have enough time to get to the front? Like in this case, I don't know, Jeff Wright, if he does get there, it's going to be just before the pit cycle. And yeah, right now this time, I mean, maybe another 10th or 2 on this lap. We'll see as they cross the stripe. Ronesa is 42.47 to 42.14, so that's 42.17, so that's less than 3 tenths. Just barely less than 3 tenths, but Chris Simard here in 3rd, Noah Mahalski in 4th, starting to close up on the 77. That'll be the battle for 3rd place.
So props to Angelo Ronas for the speed he has being on older tires here. He's turning only 0.3 a lap faster or slower. I mean, it's not bad at all. He is going to hit the cliff quicker, though, but I don't.
I mean, the cliff, the furthest that they get off from his time now, it's about another second. You know, that's all that he's going to lose over the rest of this run is about 1 more second. And Jeff Wright still just about a 1/4 second faster that time. The gap is shrinking, but it's still 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's still maybe, 30 laps to go, or 20-something laps to go in this run. I think in 20 laps, if we're at this pace, yes, still catch him. But at a certain point, like we said, the tires are going to even out. I don't know we're going to really see all that much. How about this? Bradley Cooper gets the wall down the backstretch there. Cody Adkins underneath him, but yeah, now battle for 3rd, Mahalski and Chris Simard going at it.
That Hatchell is closing in.
After fresher tires. Chris almost up into the wall there. This is Seth. If he can get by these guys, he can kind of pressure Wright as well. Only about a 1/2 second behind him. And Seth with the fresher tires, I think, is a good way. He doesn't want to lose too much time being behind these guys, but I don't think he wants to burn his tires up trying to get by them either.
Yeah, Mahalski going to try to go and use the top side. Look how sideways he is.
That arrow away here. That's going to affect the car. Hatchel down the bottom. They get a bigger, try to pin the 77 or the 03 behind the 77 here.
Yeah, you'd think the 03 would have the benefit of the draft, but in this case, the 77 not fast enough off the corner, and Seth, really good run through there.
Yeah, he's gonna get him right here. Okay, both of them. Now you're only 6/10 behind the car. You're kind of racing here at the moment, and that's gonna be really good. You can see Seth's gonna try to clear the 77. 77 gonna get back in line right behind him now. Almost a 3-car tango there to throw out with the 2-car tandem.
Yeah, and Hatch is going to get pushed down into the corner, and he's going to have a little bit of a drafting partner in the 77 for a moment. But the gap up to Jeff Wright, just about 6.5 tenths of a second. Right?
That last lap, though, those guys, Wright and Hatch, will kind of cut a 1/2 second out. That's the time I was expecting to see earlier in this run.
Yeah, so I guess
now they're starting to cut that out.
Angel's kind of hit like the second cliff here, and this will lead to ultimately where they kind of land in the 43.5 second range per lap. This time across the stripe, we'll take a look here. Yeah, 43.03 for Angelo Ronas, and
42.5.
Yeah, 45. So still about 4 tenths faster.
with Jeff and Seth here, if they can kind of, it sounds weird, but they draft together, they could probably draft up to them.
Yeah, might actually be beneficial for them to work together in this case. But Seth may not feel that way. He's seen that 48 go to victory lane 7 times already this season, where he's looking for that 4th victory, which would be the 2nd most in the series. He's tied right now with Bailey Turner with 3.
Behind them, they're still going.
Yeah, these guys on the same tires. The 03 of Mahalski not quite able to make the move there as Samard hangs on to 4th spot.
Oh, Alan Dice just slammed the wall for turn number 4.
Here comes Bradley Cooper and Logan, a couple laps down right now.
They're behind him. He's 2 down, so he's needing a caution. Go his way here. Bradley to the outside of Allen and Dice. See, oh, this is gonna get tight off 2. Gonna split them, and they're gonna get by him.
Allen to drop back in line there. You see Dennis Faircloth back in 11th right now, kind of all on his own. Nobody around him.
Shame for Ray Massey too, because he would have been ahead of Jeff. And although it would be interesting to see, because Ray would have been the car that could kind of towed up the 48 and the 8, and right now it's not doing it.
Looks like they cleaned up the nose on that car.
They did. I'll tell you what, though, the Ford Mustang of Angelo Rodas has some power down the straightaway. He actually pulls Wright and Hatchell down the straightaways.
43.1, so the gap again, just about 2.5 tenths on that lap. Hatchell pretty quick there. He was about 4 tenths faster, so he's closing in.
Cody Adkins now going to the inside of Caleb Weekly.
The battle for 7th and 8th on track. Then Bailey Turner's a ways up the road.
And Caleb got right to the right rear and Cody had to get out of the gas.
Up a bit further, Hatchell just about 2 car lengths back in the 48. You see Chris Samard back there about 8 tenths of a second. His battle is going to continue with the 03 as Mahalski going to drop in line just another car length or 2 behind him. Bailey Turner has not made the progress that you'd expect, being so far back. Just not a good cycle on pit road. 45.9.
Jeff Wright, but maybe saving a little bit, but it just doesn't seem to have the. Oh, we got trouble down the backstretch. I believe is Dallas Sullivan has spun. And oh boy, is that going to change things? I don't know if that should have been a caution, really.
We're going to take a look back at it here. Sorry for the lack of transition in graphics. Those aren't working for us here tonight, but we will be able to see what brought the yellow out.
Yeah, he loses it over the seam there. I don't think that should have been a caution.
It is a little unusual that brought out the yellow. Right at the halfway point.
Yeah, that is a NASCAR caution right there, but respectfully, that is not a caution. But all right, well, that's good for Angelo. Kind of unfortunate for Angelo Rodas, though, because he had such a big lead. Been interesting to see, but now kind of re-racked and restacked his field. That's a big gain on that. Ray Massey come and get his tires, get that damage fixed, and kind of try to rally up. First half of the race is gone now, but you can rally up and get that second part and make it a little bit better.
There's still going to be another pit stop after this, too, because they cannot go the distance. So that's going to be really interesting. They'll probably split this down the middle. Andrew Ronas going to bring them in.
I think so, yeah.
Everybody's going to bring it
the race is going to get pretty intense now.
Logan Threlkeld able to take the lucky dog on this one, so he'll get back to just 1 lap down. And very likely he ends up back on the lead lap here before this is all said and done.
We'll see.
Race recap so far. That is our first caution and 6 lead changes. Let's see. Everybody appears to be in the box just fine. 03 of Mahalski had to pull up just a little bit. Take a look at.
And Angelo, the pole sitting car, he's got the best box here. Can kind of just gun it out here. So it'll be a battle between the 8 and the 48. Here we go down into the pit. I think the 29's got him.
Yep,
he does.
Hatchell not able to beat the 48 out of
Mahalski is going to lose 2 spots. Last one to Turner and Caleb Weekly up to 6th. And then everybody kind of getting out of pit road, funneling out of pit road. Sullivan, yeah, he's going back for claiming the caution. And Ray Massey getting damage fixed. And Logan, like you said, getting back on the lucky dog.
Angelo going to retain that race lead. Led 35 laps here tonight. These last 2 races, I think he's led more
Fords,
than in any other race.
I tell you what, the Fords, man, in real life and in this iRacing, man, they've been really fast. It's like Ford, I think, is leading the Coke race right now. So what a interesting thing. I know Xfinity, Cole Custer, Riley Herbst, they've been really fast. Stuart Haas Fords. So
I think you could really say that the Chevys, though, I've heard this theory, the Chevys really have not been very good other than the Hendrick cars. You look at the other teams.
Well,
yeah, the RCR cars not
interesting
performing.
thing you want to point out about Chevys, Toyota and Ford went to new aerodynamic specs for the 2024 season. The one team or the one manufacturer that didn't stay 2023 didn't change a thing was Chevy. So
not really surprised then.
But
you'll have the top funded teams, right? Like a Hendrick Motorsports perform well, but these other teams not quite keeping up with them when it comes to the Chevy side of things. But here on iRacing, the cars theoretically should be pretty much even.
And they are.
And they are.
I know.
But and this is a fixed setup series as well, so these guys are all literally running the exact same setup. The only difference would be their brake bias and their steering ratio. And
yeah, whatever they think is driver preference more than anything. I don't think anything really ever changes in terms of helping speed or anything like that. So it's more, saving tires, it really kind of puts it up into the driver's hands, I would say.
Yeah, driving style more than than the setup.
I know we're going to be off for a little, but I can't wait to get to race a little bit myself. And I think on Saturdays, you'll be seeing me more on Saturday. I'm racing full time on Saturdays. I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
It's itching to get back into the driver's seat.
Yeah,
so
I'm feeling that.
I know we're broadcasting this on Saturday. We might need you on Saturdays because that's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, I might run a couple races over there.
We'll see. Need you for Daytona.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I might be calling a few of the Challenger series over there, or the contender. Green flag back in the air. Angelo Ronas, great jump down on the inside. He's going to lead him back to the stripe. He'll clear second row. And now Hatchell's going to fight for tires.
Jeff Wright looked like he spun the tires there, and now it's a battle for second. See if Hatchell can kind of clear here off of 2, although he's got to get out of the gas wheel on the bottom right behind the 29. Now it's still going to be a battle for second. Look at that for fourth. 24 slid up right in front of 77, almost made contact, and looks like Chris Samar going to take that 4th position or keep the 4th position. Turner goes back into 5th, and now 2 teammates, Mahalski and Weekly, going at it for 5th, or 6th, excuse me.
Back out of it there for an entry. How about Dennis Fairclough? He's got another shot to run the top side and make some passes. Up there, he almost catches the wall off turn 4, but going to have a big head of steam here down towards the start-finish line. He's closing right in on the back of the 55.
And now no split strategies here either. Everybody on even tires, so everybody all on go here. And maybe a 25-lap sprint each time, because that's what looks like the run's going to be. Split this run in half. You're only going to go 25 laps on tires, so it's kind of go from the start.
There's still going to be lots of fall off in that 25 laps. There might be some validity to hitting maybe a couple laps ahead of time and trying the undercut, but I don't know what the real difference is going to be at that point in the run. Is Dennis Fairclough really pushing now? He goes to the inside, and Cody Adkins.
Got the wall. Look at Cooper now. Bradley comes down to the inside here. He might have Dice follow with him.
And Bradley started 11th. He's been as high as, I think, 9th in this race. Right about where he is at the moment, and he's putting pressure on Dennis Fairclough.
Oh, Dice, slide job. One of his teammate. Here comes Max Cost. Right behind the 55 here in the 63. I've talked about him much tonight. He's up to 12th. Very massive. That damage still affecting 23.
Big shout out to Max and his performance in the VSPEED Invitational. He actually ended up in the money at the end of the tournament. And that is awesome to see. Had a couple solid runs in the final round. And walked out of there with it pocket. So pretty cool. And he's definitely improved in his time here in BTDY. And right now, he's mixing it up here with guys further up in the standings, in the chase as well.
He's got a good view out of his windshield of all the mixing it up in the field. Fairclough looked like he's going to take the 2 teammates 3 wide, and Chris Samard kind of falling back a little bit in 5th, kind of holding up Weekly and Mahalski, but now Fairclough to the outside of Mahalski. Mahalski kind of losing spots here, now 3 wide into turn 3. Look at this.
I could feel the rotation in this car as he sent it down in the corner. And he's going to hit the wall.
Oh, he did pass the wall, but no, he keeps going. Faircloth has a great short run car. If we get an end of the race here, he's somebody to look out for getting top 5. Great short run. If he could have that long run pace, he for sure would have a chance. Oh,
Mahalski in the wall. Yeah, he just followed the 80 in, but a little bit too high. And that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out as he gets back.
You're going to get really tight off of two teammates below him now. Costa has a big run on both of them. Let him know his teammates. Cost going to maybe give his teammate a shove down the back.
5 in the 55. They're going to go 3 wide down into turn 3.
Cody Adkins clips the apron down to the bottom, gets some rotation. Malski's going to use that outside lane, kind of clear both. He should, and he does. And now they're still battling here. Oh, man, both of them sliding. Here comes Cost with the run. Maybe going to push Cody. Yes, he does.
Al Sullivan right there as well.
Logan, get him 3 wide there. It's such a run, he could have.
Logan Threlkeld not too far back, still 1 lap down. Ray Massey still keeping up with the pack, but you can tell the damage kind of hurting that car. It doesn't look like there's even any damage on it, but that's just what they've done to clean it up. I think underneath there's maybe a little bit more than meets the eye. So, yeah, he's still struggling here at the back of the field and hoping maybe for another yellow.
Jeff Wright, Angelo Roach. Jeff got to the inside. Roach backed up the corner, maybe too much, and now Jeff's going to get the lead. Although, crossover from Angelo. Oh, Jeff smacks the wall off the 4. Here comes Angelo back to the bottom.
Guys have been trading laps and making passes like this all race long, Hatchell included, and they're going to keep going at it here, I think, for the rest of this one.
Oh, man, Angelo's car turned so good on the bottom there last time, although Jeff's going to have momentum on the outside, but Rona's hooked the middle of the center of the corner so good, was able to actually pull the 48 a little bit in the corners, not on the back, down the back, but in the corners, man. Oh, that car hooked up so good. See, this time, though, he's going to be in a bad arrow spot here on the exit of the corner. Jeff's going to kind of pinch him low, cut off his exit. Can't let the car flow up the track. And I think this time, Jeff should clear, although we'll be able to see if the 8 maybe gives a push to the 29. Jeff does. Here comes the 8.
Yeah, Hatchell really closed in that time. He used the draft from both cars and able to close right up to the 29 machine. I also saw a battle, Dennis Faircloth and Caleb Weekly back here battling for 6th. And Faircloth switching to the bottom now.
Mahalski and Cooper are kind of coming closer to these two guys. Cooper up to 9. Mahalski's falling back to 8. Ooh, almost a little door slamming down the back.
Yeah, 2 by 2 they go further in the field, and Weekly and Faircloth going to be really tight through the center.
Man. Pinching the 80 down, all that 7's going to get right behind the 77 there. Doesn't really affect these cars. These cars, they have dirty air to them, but not as much as you'd see in a cup car or a truck. As battle for the lead still going on. These 3 cars under a blanket into 1. Jeff gave the outside to Angelo here. Interesting to see if the 29 can hook that corner and get the run off the corner. He looked like he had to come out of the gas there.
On board with Bailey Turner. 29 gets a good run off the exit. He should be able to clear Hatchell. Looks like he does.
It's like Angelo just overdrove the center a little bit. If he would have just backed it up, he would have had such a good run down the back, especially with Hatchell kind of just being on his bumper.
Maybe be another opportunity here for him to push up to the 48, but Hatchell just not quite on the back bumper of the 29. The back.
Weekly was able to get by Faircloth, and now Mahalski to the outside of Faircloth into 1. Noah's been really way up there. Bradley Cooper's kind of been up there as well.
And he's following the 03, although Mahalski caught the wall earlier up here, so got to be very careful. Dennis now is going to go up right.
Move from the 105. Bradley Cooper to the bottom.
Yeah, looks like Faircloth tried to seal him off there, and it's like, no, I'm going to go underneath you. And here he goes down into turn number 3, going to move up to the 8th position. If he can complete the pass here, he will.
Oh, Hatchell and Ronis going to get tight off a 2, off a 4, and Hatchell to the outside now. How about Bailey Turner? Turn around from the left part of the run we had, earlier before the caution came out. Bailey's been a lot more solid.
Yeah, and I think he probably learned something. He's changed something up here on this next run, and he knows strategy could be kind of a part of it here. If he can do the undercut, it might work out a little bit better. He saw the overcut not work out in his favor.
As this run's going on, that 77's getting faster and faster.
I think the last time we saw Chris go to Victory Lane, it was at Michigan.
Michigan.
So very similar racetrack to this. That was back in That may have been in the
Next gens, the first year of the
Next
next gens.
Yeah.
2022. Been about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And how about this? Teammates going at it. Oh, wow. Bailey in the grass. Holy, set Hatcher to the bottom. What a run for him. I didn't even notice the run he got. Monster run into one. See if he can clear. I don't think he will. Jeff Wright, can't even see him in the camera frame. He's still high up on the racetrack.
A wide track here. Yeah. He's going to make it work there, and Hatchell going to have to go up and kind of block for second. Oh, my gosh.
They're going to have battle behind them, too. Dallas Sullivan, Alan Dice, Max Cost, all going at it, man. Battles all over this racetrack, this track, man. Why they got rid of it is beyond me, but man, the racing we see here on iRace is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronis almost caught the wall there.
Yeah, 29 of Angelo Ronis still trying to hold off. Bailey Turner looks like he will be able to. And Caleb Weekly.
Cost, Dice, and Atkins are going at it for 10.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look at that. Oh, the Cost at the 55 and the 46 get into each other because the 69 to the bottom.
And Logan being a lap down.
He's kind of rooting for one of these guys. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my goodness. What a move.
Alex Sullivan.
Dallas, one of those drivers, he's in the chase, but, you know, not going to end up with the best points position necessarily, but a very solid season overall. He had some great performances, top 5, top 10 type performances throughout the season, and looking to just put on a show here for us in the final race. As we're 2/3 of the way through the event here at Auto Club, the battle is on for the lead. Hatchell and Wright going to show the way. Angelo Ronis back to 3rd now, feeling the pressure from Bailey Turner, who's feeling the pressure. Chris Samard, here he comes.
Tell you what, man, if Chris Samar got track position, yeah, maybe at the second or third. From what I can tell, him and Ray Massey, the first run, were by far the best cars on the long run. And this time, I'm noticing that the 8 and the 77 are the best cars.
They've only got
Chris, one of those guys that ran on Friday night.
Oh, in the wall, so it's a 24.
Bailey got the wall too.
Yeah.
I think Bailey got more right front, Chris got more right rear.
It's about 10 more laps in this run until they're going to theoretically make a pit stop if they want to split it halfway. Hatchell goes to the inside, right all the way up to the wall.
F cannot afford to get loose here, neither can the 8. These two are going to get close off of 2, but Wright carries so much momentum on the outside. Mahalski, man, he has got some pace. He's running these guys down a little bit. That time was the fastest car on the racetrack.
Yeah, and he had made the mistake earlier and lost all that track position, and now he's right back in the mix. He could have a legitimate chance.
How much tires is he burning up is the question to get back up to these guys.
Well, he's only got about 9 more laps to go on this run, so he can kind of burn them all
we
up.
might see guys try to go 30 even. It just depends how this. You could get a little more creative with how the tire fall off spin. You can try different things.
As Wright still holding the lead over Hatchell.
That's kind of burning up those tires right in the dirty air of the 48 right now.
Big slide by Samard there off turn 2.
You can tell these guys are really pushing hard. Well, Bradley Cooper, he's closer to the back bumper of Caleb Weekly into 1 or into 3. Give him a nice shot. We push him in a little bit harder than the 7 wanted to, because now the 05's got to get a run.
Both sliding off the corner there. You can see that.
Oh, 7 got so close to the wall. It's Bailey Turner. Oh, Turner and Angelo Ronis hit the wall.
Yeah, Ronis lost a lot of ground. So did Bailey. Here goes Chris Samard up to 3rd.
Chris Samard got by both of them. Look at Mahalski to the bottom. Yeah, Ronis hit the wall off of 4. Turner had to get out of the gas, and the 7-7, the 03 went by both of them, and now the 03's trying to get the 3-for-1 special.
Not quite able to do it, but he's going to be right on the back bumper. Here comes a 24 machine.
If you're Samard, run away. You just got a gift. You got to go catch the front 2, especially if they're battling. Chris has been the better car of all of these cars, of all the guys that are around him. Chris needs to get on the gas. Oh, Mahalski gets the wall. He hits Turner down the front stretch. And they keep going. They keep it straight, but Mahalski going to lose a little bit of time to Turner, and lost a lot of time to Samard, but lost the position to Turner, although he's back up to the outside.
Hatchell went to the outside through turns 1 and 2. He's kind of lost.
Oh, Mahalski is loose. Still muscling that car. Cooper able to get her. Oh, Max Koss got a big loose off of 2, trying to hold off Ray Massey. Cooper was able to get by Weekly, although they're still side by side.
All kinds of battles happening here at Auto Club. 70
Battle
on
for
the
the lead's
board.
getting good here.
Lap 71 and almost side by side across the stripe. Still Jeff Wright with the lead. He's led 22 laps.
I tell you what, that 77 is coming. If these two keep battling, Chris Simard, I think if you're Chris Simard, you got to overcut him. There is no point, pit with them or overcut them. There is no point in short pitting them with you when you have this much pace on the long run.
Started fourth, he's up to third right now, just about 9/10 back, continuing to chip away at that. This is where he got to on the first run of the race and kind of stalled out there, at least this distance.
What he needs is his teammate and the 48 to get battling.
And get a little bit closer to maybe sniff the draft.
And he's like flirting with that draft here, about a second back of both of them. It's not 7/10 off of Hatchell, second off the lead. It's not bad. He just needs these two to battle. That's the big key, is if these two battle, he's going to have a chance, as though Hatchell kind of overcooked the corner there. I think Wright's going to get a nice run off of 2 here. We'll see if Seth's able to get a little bit of that back. Kind of does, but he's going to overall net loss there.
Yeah, that gap's still about 0.3 of a second. Wright, you know, again, benefiting from the clean air. He's done this all season. Just he gets to the lead. He's able to hold on, even if he struggles a little bit on the tail end of the run. He's been so strong and led. I wish we had a lap counter for how many laps he's led this season. I mean, he's got 7 wins. He hasn't dominated all of those.
Rona's pitting.
There we go.
They're
going to start the cycle. Oh, look at all of these guys.
Wow, they're out 5.
Weekly.
That's a little bit before we thought we would see them come in, too.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 laps early. Maybe actually even more than that. I think they are probably going to go to about 77 because of when they took the green. Samard not making any gains at this point, and Bailey Turner's gotten right to him, about a car length back.
Hey, one of these two bring it in. Jeff's just struggling with the corner exit speed. He almost gets into him.
Yeah, Hatchell going to have a big run on him right here. Going to close that all back up. Down to a car length, back into turn 1. Oh, and he's going to nearly catch the wall, though, into the corner.
All these guys leaving pit road. Mahalski's going to be right behind them, right in front of the 77. Ronas is going to get caught up behind these two. Actually, Mahalski's barely going to get behind these two. We'll be able to see the difference in speed and tire. And the thing for Jeff Wright and Hatchell and anybody else, they're going to have to now pass these guys, because these guys, look at the tire advantage they're going to have. They're going to pull ahead.
Oh my gosh, look, it's like Samard is standing still. Keep an eye on the top
Ronas.
2. Hatchell and Wright both very close to the outside
And there
wall
goes
again.
Mahalski.
Gonna unlap himself straight away. He'll go to the top of the charts, I think, when it all cycles out. Here comes
Cody Adkins, Alan Dice, Dallas Sullivan, all teammates coming in.
Top
Also kind of held up behind the 48 here off the corner, so we'll see. Is anybody else going to be willing to bring it in? Now that 03 has clean airs. Oh, Bradley Cooper got the wall.
Yeah, he was getting passed up by Dennis Faircloth, who's made his pit stop as well. Logan Threlkeld staying on the racetrack, just hoping something happens, but you know, right now he's not even in the lucky dog spot with all these guys just pitting.
Chris Samard coming in this time. Seth Hatchell in this time. This could be it. Now you're going to force Jeff Wright. Chris Samard getting a whole lot of time.
Hatchell a little bit
Now
conservative.
Jeff Wright, I think give Jeff the advantage here. We'll see, though. Jeff kind of dealing with dirty air here with the lap cars.
He ran a 43.5. The fresh tires on some of these other guys, 41.6 on Dennis
41.8.
Yeah.
Comes Weekly and Sullivan, Sullivan Dice out of pit road.
Yep, they're back on track, 1 lap down. Keep an eye on Hatchell getting service.
Bradley Cooper in the pit road.
Here comes Samard, also dropping the jack. He'll get rolling away. Bailey Turner.
Bradley's coming into pit road. Jeff Wright's in the pit road. Turner going to stay out another lap.
Interesting move there by Bailey. I don't know if they'll have enough laps left for him to make up all the difference that he'll have lost.
We'll see. Mahalski's going to get the lead. Rona's going to get by, and then it'll be Hatchell and Samard and Hatchell. What a pit sequence. 44-0.
Yeah, I think that's the best we've seen all night. Keep an eye on Jeff Wright. Just getting into the box here. Did he have to back up, possibly? Not seeing the jack move on that car. There it goes up on the left side. And could be a long time on pit road. Maybe not.
He goes off. We'll see.
No, 44 flat.
44-0.
Can't do it any better than that. Those guys dead even.
If he beats Hatchell, though, I don't think he's going to beat Hatchell. He's going to lose a lot of time to Seth Hatchell.
Yeah, it should be about 2 seconds if our math works out correctly.
Yeah, well, he's going to come out right behind or right in front of Weekly and Samard.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have a full head of steam down the backstretch, so we'll see what happens. I think Jeff...
3 wide into turn 3.
Oh, he's going to get stuck behind them is the issue.
Yeah, because he's not up to speed yet, but he can really push it in the corner. Samard has heat in the tires, though.
Yeah, Jeff's sliding right there. You can see he's sliding the back end. He needs to get by Chris. He can't.
Not quite
Look at behind you. Here comes Weekly and Faircloth with the big run.
Samard trying to use the outside lane, but the 48 is
This time
going
I
to clear
think
him.
Jeff should have no issue, yeah. But now he's 2 seconds behind Seth Hatchell. And Hatchell now running down Angelo Ronis and Noah Mahalski. Mahalski a second ahead of Ronis, and that is going to be the leader. If everything cycles out, Mahalski will be the leader. Also, it makes you wonder, well, what do we have? 50 laps to go. I don't think there's going to be a way Bailey Turner can make it. And Bailey, I think, is going to have to bring it in very soon.
Even if he could make it, I think he'd get caught on lap time alone. Or very close.
Oh, for sure. We'll see. I think he's
caught.
coming in this time. And here he comes. We'll see how much the overcut is going to matter. We know it matters a lot. Turner hard under the brakes. Might have got there. I'm not sure. That was close.
Yeah, Ray Massey's staying out here. He's hoping flip the strategy just a little bit, but just hoping to catch something here. Bailey Turner.
He's hoping for a caution, most likely.
Mahalski out in third now, and he's got 1.1 seconds to Angelo Ronis. They're on equal tires. Hatchell with a 3-lap advantage is just about at the back bumper of the 29.
Oh my goodness, they're both pushing it too. See, Jeff's only closed about a 0.2 of a second.
And Hatchell's going to get by.
Here comes Turner out of pit road now. He's barely leaving his box.
Yeah, he's going to be way behind.
Ooh, man, that's going to be tough. But remember, he only has to go 20 laps on these tires. He can basically push it all the way where maybe these guys going 27, 25. That's 5 extra laps you probably might have to save, honestly. It's a good chance.
Hatchell now going to go top here. Angelo goes to the bottom. I think Seth might be able to get alongside. He pushed it pretty hard through the corner there. He's going to catch the wall.
He's at the wall. But he's still got momentum. He carried still.
Just a little scuff, but that's going to slow him down a bit. And right now down to 1.3 seconds behind him. 20 laps to go in this race. Ray Massey still yet to pit. No way he goes 50 laps. I just don't think it's physically possible.
I don't think that's going to be happening. And how about Dallas Sullivan on his fresher tires is up to 8th by Dennis Faircloth and Alan Dice. Rona's going to have to give it the position to Seth Hatchell. Now, I know Jeff Wright, Angelo Ronis will be a good teammate. He won't race Jeff Wright, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so held up Hatchell a bit there, and Wright going to get a benefit of the draft just a tiny bit. And yeah, he's probably going to let him on by at that point. You know, a couple lap tire advantage. It's actually about 4 laps between those two.
Well, the real story is Seth Hatchell, Noah Mahalski, who's leading this race. He's had clean air this entire run.
And that gap, just about 0.8 of a second. The difference on tires, 3 laps between these two. Ray Massey again staying out, leading laps here, hoping something happens, but pretty well spaced out until you get back here.
Turner only 0.2 faster than Wright and Hatchell here. I don't know. We'll see. He's 9 seconds behind Noah Mahalski.
Yeah,
as there's Wright easily by Angelo Ronis.
Now Angelo can kind of push him down into the corner, maybe give him a little draft on the backstretch, but he's probably not going to be able to get back to him at this point.
It'll be interesting to see because these two, now Hatchell, if he's able to get by Mahalski quick, the clean air will be now on the advantage of the 8 instead of the 48. And both have caught the wall. I don't think there's a car out here that doesn't have a scraped up right side.
Yeah, I think everybody has caught the wall, even just minor scuffs.
Oh, no, got the wall again.
Yeah, right there as we
he's
talked
pushing
about
it. That 8 car is coming. That 8 car has gotten bigger and bigger in the mirror of the 03, and I think the 03 is pushing it. He's just making mistakes. Now he's got to guess where the 8 car is going to run.
He guessed
It's
right.
good that time.
Hatchel
But the
a little
8 with
lower.
the fresher tires, though, he's just going to have such a big run down the front stretch, or down the back stretch here. Malski has to just ease onto the gas now, throwing a block on the 8. The 48 closing closer, he's getting closer to both of them.
Yeah, interesting move by Mahalski there. I mean, he sees those two
Gonna
both
pinch
closing.
the 8.
Yeah, he's pinching
I don't
him.
think he's going to have anything for him. Remember Las Vegas, what happened between these two, but
Yeah.
right now, doesn't matter because the 08 and the 8 gets by the 03, and here comes the 48.
Huge run out of turn 4. He's now just about 4 car lengths behind Seth Hatchel. And it's going to be 15 to go, I believe. 16 to go. Yeah, lap 85 on the board.
16
Ray
to go
Massey
right out. Oh.
still yet to pit
And the
here.
48 sent it to the outside of the 03. He's there, but Malski ain't going to give it up either.
No, he just gave it up
Both
there.
out of it there.
Yeah, I think he got loose and he didn't want to cause a problem for the 48.
Yeah, this is the battle for the win right here.
Yeah.
48 and the 8. Massey still has to pit.
Yeah, 1 lap tire difference. You know, Seth maybe a little bit slower on the front end of the run usually, and then he's very good on the tail end, but Jeff is pushing hard, trying to get there, and he's going to use every inch of racetrack to do that.
He's going to use every bit of rubber on those tires as well. Both of them are. And Ray Massey has finally brought it in pit road. So this is the battle for the lead.
So Hatchel takes it over. He's now led 4 laps in this race. Jeff Wright on the back
I think
bumper.
the interesting thing of this race, Bailey Turner is, remember we're talking about him being 9 seconds back? Well, he's 6 seconds back. He's gained 3 seconds in 3 laps. This time, oh my gosh, contact between Turner and Dice here. That's going to hold up Turner for an entire straightaway.
Got multiple cars between him and the leaders as well. I mean, look at this.
Look at the tire advantage, though.
Yeah, but Dallas Sullivan going to come down and cut the nose off a little bit, and then it's going to be side by side in front of the 24. So again, just
yeah, we'll see.
See what the lap time
Well, he needs
looks
these top front 2 to battle here, and they're going at it. They're going to be going at it.
Hatchel trying to pick the lanes correctly. The 48 goes a little bit higher off the corner here. Hatchel a little slide out the back end. 2 car lengths of difference back straightaway over the bumps. Hatchel in the lead, trying to hold on for his 4th win of the season. And Jeff Wright trying to get his 8th. Lots of 4s and 8s here.
Yeah.
Between these
and
two.
Wright's trying to tie that record in. Oh, he got tight there behind the 8. He's going to have to come out of the gas. The 8 will pull down the front stretch.
Yeah, these are
Hatchel just looking to get another win and go back-to-back at Auto Club, where if you look at Jeff Wright, who's looking to win, or he's already locked up the championship, but he's looking to tie that record of 8 wins in a season. This time goes to the outside. Hatchel didn't guess right now. Wright's going to have a big run. I have just enough of a run to clear the 8 down the back.
Yeah,
Here he comes.
he really got a great run off the corner. Here he goes, down to the inside. Side by side into turn number 3. He might even have the advantage. He does have the advantage. Hatchel might not have an opportunity to get back by him. We'll see what he does.
It might be game over if this 48 clears the 8. He's got him here off of 4, but the 8 car's going to have a big run. The 48 loose, taps the wall. Here comes Hatchel back on the inside.
They've done this all race long. Hatchel's going to beat him to the stripe. This could be the same situation on the final lap.
He's got to throw. He's got to get up there and get in front of the 40. He cannot allow him to do this. He's going to get the lead unless Wright makes a mistake. Larson landing around on the outside.
Starting to slide a little bit, though, up there.
Oh, 48 kind of hurt his momentum. He got loose, but this time he's going to have another big run.
Not as big as the last time.
I don't know why Hatchel didn't take that line away from him.
I don't know. He's been sticking to the bottom most of this race, but yeah, they're going to have to swap again. He's going to the high side in 3 and 4.
Hatchel overdrove the center. Jeff Wright sliding the back end. I don't think Hatchel's going to have a big enough run. Oh, look at that. What a block from Wright. Here comes Hatchel to the bottom. They doorbag down the front stretch.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got to take that line away in turn 1. If he gives Wright the outside, he's giving Wright the race.
And he's giving it to him here. He's almost into the wall every single time if he pushes it just a little bit too far.
He's got to clear up right here. He's got to force Wright to go underneath him. If he can force him underneath, Wright has to throw a slide jump. Although right now, if he clears him into 1 or into 3, it's over.
Hatchel, again, they're swapping lanes on ends of the track. And he's going to use the top side here. He's going to have a big run.
Wright
Here he
didn't let it
goes.
flow up enough. Here comes Hatcher to the bottom. This one, he might be able to clear him.
Yeah.
But again, he cannot let Jeff Wright run the outside lane. This
All
time
the
he
way.
will. He's got to come up right in front of him.
All the way down to the grass right there. He actually
There
clipped
you
it.
go. He takes that line away. That was good. He needed to do that. Oh, man, this is going to be a barn burner for the win. This is awesome.
And as they battle, Bailey Turner gets closer
Turner's
and
coming.
closer. 4.4 seconds now, the difference, as they're side by side again down the backstretch.
Chris Tamard able to get by Noah Mahalski, and this time dead heat into 3. Wright sends it to the bottom. Hatchell on the outside. This time, Wright gets it. He'll have to clear up. Hatchell's going to have a big run. It might be too late. There's going to be contact. Look at Hatchell. Squeeze to the outside of Wright. He gets it again. What a battle.
This is 2 of the all-time greats here in BTDY going at it. The final laps, the final race of the season. 2 two-time champions kind of trying to reign supreme here.
Oh, Wright got loose in the wake of the 8 car. No run that last time. Hatch will be able to keep this position here. Although Wright in the draft has a chance. Rona's going to let Bailey Turner, but that's another key. How about Bailey Turner? He's moving. Look at Wright, going to go even higher than Hatchell in the 3.
Yeah, this is a tough area to do that, though, on this racetrack. If you get a little bit too far, he's going to catch the wall.
He's going to get the wall. There's a lot of marbles up there. Nobody's ran that high all day.
Yeah, not on that end of the racetrack. Over here in 1 and 2, you can run as high as you want, but not down in 3 and 4. You got to be a little bit off that wall. He's going to go up to the top again. Hatchell gives it to him. Interesting call.
I don't know. We'll see here down the backstretch. Wright's going to have another big run. Although not as big as the last time, though. He's going to get to him. Is he going to be able to clear him?
He got a little tight on the exit, it looked like. Or maybe he just
Here he
didn't
comes.
push it as hard. Here he goes. Yeah, side by side into 3. Getting closer and closer to 5 laps to go. Bailey Turner's down to 3.6 seconds back. Looks like Wright going to be able to clear.
But Hatchell's going to cross him.
Yep, they keep doing this. He's going to
pitch
pitch him.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Down to the apron goes Hatchell. This time, Hatchell clears back around him. He's got to clear up and take that line away.
And he's going to go to the middle. Interesting. Wright really pushed it on entry. Is he going to be able to get the drive off?
He's going to have a big run. We'll see. I think Hatchell run in the middle, threw Wright off.
Yeah, he got a really good run through the center. That may be something that he uses here in the last few laps.
Wright was not able to get that much. I think Hatchell's move just threw him a bit sideways that last time. I don't think he expected Hatchell to do that.
He kept him guessing there down into the corner. I thought he was going to go to the top, and he cut down just a little bit. It was like a late middle entry. And he's going to be the furthest ahead that he's been in a few laps now. Hatchell, 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths now as they go back towards turn number 1. Chris Samard almost 3 seconds back, and then you've got Noah Mahalski still in front of Bailey Turner. They're going to start battling here pretty soon. That'll be for 4th, but Samard trying to stay on the podium as Wright really wide. He's going to catch the wall off too.
Oh, he got the wall! And that's big there for Seth Hatcher to clear and get away, start running away. He's coming to 5 to go.
Trying to close the season on a high note after a few races where he lost the points lead. The 48 started to run away with it once again. It's not over yet, though. Coming to 5 laps to go. The top 2 separated by 5 car lengths. Across the stripe, it's Hatchell, then Wright, then Samard maintaining.
Turner underneath Mahalski. I don't think he's going to play enough of a factor because his tire advantage is just not enough.
Yeah, waited a
How about
little
Chris
too
Samard
long.
in 3rd?
Samard, yeah, like I said, trying to hang on to the podium here, and what a finish to the season that would be for Chris, who tragically lost his father here lately. Ran pretty well in the Invitational at this racetrack and got that practice in. He's been the best pretty much on the long run, throughout this race, but I don't think this last kind of shorter set of runs really favored him all that much, but still hanging on to 3rd. Here comes Bailey Turner now to 4th.
Weekly and Sullivan going at it for 9th. Weekly, or going to lose that position. Sullivan up to 8th. Cooper has worked himself up into the 7th position, and they're still battling throughout this racetrack as the battle for the lead closing up once again, back down to 4/10.
4 laps to go. Oh my goodness, look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's used everything else. I don't think there's any tires left on that car.
Well, now the tires are evened out, if not even worse, there for Jeff Wright, who has been trying the Kyle Larson line in turn number 3. He is all the way up, inches away from the right where hitting the wall.
You see, Hatchell is sliding up there though too. I mean, he is not taking it easy. And
Now they're both pushing.
Wright gonna get a better run, just a tiny bit better off 4, but it's 7 tenths now the difference between these two who have traded blows here back and forth in this race. And Seth Hatchell currently standing on top.
Wright gained 2 tenths that last lap. He is up there. I mean, just a mistake from hitting that wall.
I think that's what he's got to do at this point. He's got to be a little bit desperate, you know. 6 tenths. He closed up a
5
ton.
tenths that time.
Yeah, he closed up a ton off
He
of turn
is
2.
rim run on the outside. This is how he might have overdrove the center as Turner gets by Chris Samard here for 3rd.
He's trying to. Samard still on the right rear quarter panel. Going to stay there with him off turn 4.
See the tire advantage here. Difference of 3-4 laps for Bailey Turner. It's 2 laps to go in the BTDY season. Seth Hatchell, the leader. Jeff Wright has close to 4 tenths. He's up in the wall this time.
Yeah, scraping it all the way.
Across him. He's still in the wall. He might have a tire down if he finally gets the wall, and that might be the dagger for Jeff Wright in tying the 8th win as he falls seconds back for the 8 as Hatchell drives away.
And what could have been if maybe the mistake at Martinsville and the strategy there and some of these other issues
Bristol,
late.
Las Vegas as well.
Yeah, just a 3-race stretch of really tragic finishes for
the
the 8.
Turner able to get by Samard for 3rd. White flag, 1 more lap to go. The final 2 miles of the BTDY Racing Series season. Bailey Turner clears Chris Samard as Seth Hatchell, the 2-time champion, who was joined by Jeff Wright in 2-time champions as he hits the wall again, trying everything he's got. Wright will be victorious and a champion for the 2nd time in his career. But down the backstretch for the final time as Seth Hatchell cruises into the California sunset. It wasn't the finish of the season that Seth Hatchell wanted. He wanted to hoist the championship, but it won't be as bad as he'll hoist the final victory, the final trophy of the year. Seth Hatchell will bring it home across the line and win at Auto Club Speedway. Jeff Wright is a champion as Turner barely edges across the line and beats Chris Samard for 4th, and Noah Mahalski gets a top 5. Angelo Ronas 6th. Bradley Cooper in his VSPEED debut comes home 7th. Dallas Sullivan in 8th. Alan Dice 9th, and Caleb Weekly rounds out the top 10. What a race, what a season, what a win for Seth Hatchell. It doesn't get much better than that. What racing.
Yeah, that was incredible stuff here tonight. You know, there's nothing more you can say. These guys always put on a show for you here on VSPEED, here in BTDY, and that's why we, you know, have loved bringing the action through so many seasons. And Seth Hatchell, again, going to be going to victory lane, but it is Jeff Wright, the champion of the season, his 2nd in 3 seasons, actually, so not quite back-to-back like Seth Hatchell, but nonetheless, he'll join him as the only 2-time champions in BTDY. We'll be back to interview the top 3 and your season champion, Jeff Wright, right after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Back at the racetrack now, going to be pulling in our top 5 finishers here to change things up a little bit. This being the last race of the season. Really would good to hear from a few more of these guys. We're going to go to place finisher.
Noah's not here yet. I haven't seen him.
Maybe we pull Chris Samard
Let's go Bailey. Let's go Bailey first.
Okay.
I don't have Chris either. So we'll get to Bailey here and see what he's thinking. Bailey Turner, Alec Martinez out of Baker in the VC booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, buddy.
Well, man, you win the Noble Challenge there, win the championship in that. You come home third, had great tires at the end. Wasn't enough to run down the top 2, but how does this cap off the season for you?
Finishing second or third, that seems about right on par for my championship hopes. But no, just kidding. Obviously, congrats to Seth and Jeff as well. I have a little bit of experience running behind Jeff and Adam in championships. Always right there at the end, but had some bad luck throughout those playoffs with run-in with Brody at Watkins Glen, and then leading Martinsville, thinking we're gonna have a great day, and getting wrecked by a lap car. So a little disappointed, but at the same time, I think we've obviously low car counts, but we've reeled off some. I think I'm averaging about a 2.2 finish in the last 3 or 4 weeks, so can't be too upset with that. But just wish I didn't burn my stuff up so hard. Me and Angela were having so much fun at the beginning of the race, kind of swapping the lead back and forth, and ultimately kind of set myself back for the remainder of the race, just losing that track position. So you can't be having too much fun on the sim. It'll catch up with you
for sure. And well, you end the season off, obviously, I believe you're going to be third in points, and another good race. And the track seemed to be very multi-groove and something very promising for Xfinity cars here. And it was awesome to see you compete here for the win. Obviously, we're looking, hopefully we're going to have you next season. What are you thinking and hoping for next season if we get one here?
You said I'm either second or third in the championship, so 1 or 2 spots better, of course. I'm a pretty competitive guy, and man, it hurts every season, for the last couple of years, kind of being the runner-up to Jeff or Adam, or I don't think I've ever got to be in a championship fight with Seth, but just got to find those extra little bits, whether that's racecraft or qualifying pace or whatever it is. You're always looking for ways to get a little better on the sim, and hopefully, like you said, that iRacing will eventually get this tire and track model figured out where we can not all run the same lane in a lot of these races. So just want to say a huge thank you to the admins. Adam, Logan, Bradley, everybody that kind of helps put this all together each week, the admins. Unfortunately, the car counts weren't as high at the end of the season here, but, just thankful for everybody that still showed up. And, we had a lot of fun, racing through the field with everybody. And, throughout this whole season, tempers get high, but at the same time, I have a lot of respect for these guys. And this is one still at the top end of this league, one of the most competitive ones that I've been a part of. So thankful to everybody up there in the top 10 and admins, of course, and you guys and all the sponsors that help put this together.
For sure. Well, you got the next question out of the way for me instead. So we appreciate your time, Bailey. It's been an honor, pleasure to call the season with you and be a part of it. And congratulations on the third place finish today, and obviously the points finish on the Noble Prize as well. So been a good time. Enjoy the the off week or the off season, if you so will, for BTDY, and we look forward to seeing you and having you here in the future, and look forward to seeing you next season.
Appreciate it. And also just want to say shout out to the teammates as well. Angelo, AJ, Eric, Reggie, Jeff. It's one of the more pleasurable discords to hang out in, and not very toxic like some other ones that I've been a part of in the past. So thankful to those guys, and hopefully we can put something together for next season.
For sure. Well, we appreciate your time, Bailey. Enjoy the off season. Congratulations. We'll talk to you hopefully when we get back going next year.
Appreciate it.
That's Bailey Turner, the 3rd place finisher. We'll move up to our 5th place finisher?
Yes, I believe so. If we can get
Noah Mahalski
in here.
All right.
Get him up in the booth
there
with
he
us.
is.
Noah Mahalski.
Noah Mahalski.
Adam and Alec. I'll take it for you, Alec.
Yeah, there you go. I appreciate it.
Hey, Noah, this is Adam and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, Noah, you come home with a solid top 5 here at Auto Club. You had a really strong season overall, right up there. Probably going to end up top 5 in the standings after everything shakes out. Just describe, the run here tonight and the speed that you had, and ultimately as a whole in your performance.
Well, during that first run, we saw the whole Neon Auto crew. We saw how big of a gap Angelo got over everyone. So we were thinking about splitting that last run up in half after that caution came out. We pitted a little bit earlier and hoping we were going to have the lead. I thought the guys behind were going to get battling a little bit better, but still held on to it, finished top 5. So,
yeah, really strong car here tonight. You were running that top side we saw throughout the race, and we saw a lot of different lines being used here. How did you like it up there by the wall, or on other parts of the track?
I did not like the top in 3 and 4. It just didn't. To me, it didn't feel like there was any speed up there. In 1 and 2, there was, but it really chewed up your tires. It's better to run the bottom, but with those guys on pressure rubber, I probably should have moved up to the top sooner. Maybe held them off, but
yeah,
nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, you were so fast all race long, still a strong top 5 with some of the best of the best here. Again, you finish likely top 5 in the point standings. I think that's how it's going to shake out. Does that give you confidence and seeing how you've improved here throughout the season going into next season?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, we seem to be consistent, but it doesn't ever really seem like we're up front. And then when we're up front, we get taken out for no reason, like at Vegas. But yeah, whenever we have speed, we just get ran over. But the consistency, I think, is what keeps us strong come playoff time and just through the normal points.
Yeah, I think, Alec and I were talking about it. You really improved throughout the season from our perspective, and you're up there consistently, like you said, battling in the top 5, even battling for the lead at points, and you have led quite a few laps here in the latter half of this. So I think a lot of good to be drawn from, especially this chase. I know it didn't entirely go the way you wanted, but I think a good result being in the top 5 in points here at the end of it. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to for tonight's race and this season?
Well, one, congrats, Jeff. Well earned. Hope that makes up for last season. Like to thank all my guys at Neon Auto for helping and being there every race. Shoot, I don't even know all the sponsors on the car, the broadcast team. Just it's fun racing every week. Got a decent group of guys here. A lot of competition. So,
Well,
it's
been fun to watch you out here, Noah, this season, and congrats on a strong top 5 to close things out. And hopefully we'll be seeing you at Daytona when we get things kicked off then. Thanks for your time here after the race.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that is your place finisher, Noah Mahalski. Let's go to 4th place. If round, you see Chris?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
I believe you're going to
Chris
be with him.
Samar, Alec Martinez, and Adam Baker in the VC booth. Got a comment, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, you bring it home fourth. I know it's been a tough season for you, but tonight and I believe last week even really solid runnings and showings. So, how does it feel to end off the season on a good note?
It actually feels really good. I haven't been driving great at all the past, I don't know, half of the season. And it feels good to get top sixes, top sevens, top fives. It feels really good. So
Yeah, it does. And this season, I know you barely skimming the chase. You're gonna have a good run in points and good momentum heading into next year. What are you looking forward to next year to see what you could do and improve here in the points and improve maybe as we can do either a next gen car or keep the Xfinity car?
you know what? Honestly, it's just um, driving better. I've made so many mistakes, especially on pit road, getting speeding penalties and stuff. And I think if I drive better and I don't make those mistakes, I'll get better finishes. I know I can do it. I don't know. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too old for this. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, you've been doing just fine running with these kids, and well, we appreciate your time, Chris. Is there anybody you want to thank for tonight's run and for the season?
Just thank all you guys up in the booth. You guys do a great job. All my VSPEED teammates, my wife and son, and especially my dad, who passed away a few weeks ago. He loved watching the broadcast, and he loved watching me and watching the broadcast. So I pretty much dedicate this. I wanted to get a top three, but fourth is great for me, and this it just I'm speechless. It's hard for me to talk about it, but
For sure. Well, it means a lot, and we know everybody here at VSPEED here and everybody that knows you. We're praying for you, Chris. We appreciate your time, buddy. It's been awesome to talk to you, and it's been awesome to see you run so well here tonight. And we really appreciate your time, and we wish you the best on the off season. And we really look forward to seeing you out here next season.
yes, sir. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate your time, and have a good night. Enjoy the off season.
Great
You
run, Chris.
too, you guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chris. And that is our fourth place finisher, and we really do appreciate him and what he's done and all he does for VSPEED. And again, praying for his family. And we'll move on to our race winner, Seth Hatchell. My pick. I'm happy we got him. And man, he did such a good job and had a heck of a burn on a Polish victory lap there at the end of it, and get him in here. Seth Hatchell, Alec Martinez, and Adam Baker, the VC booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, congratulations, Teller. What a battle between you and Jeff Wright, giving us probably the best battle of the year, one of the best battles of the year, buddy. How was that race for you?
It was really good. Coming into tonight, got a little practice in the V-Speed Invitational this last weekend, same car track combo, but it drove a little bit different, so didn't know what to expect. Knew Jeff was going to be quick, as he always is. And sort of just bided my time there for a lot of the race, and sort of was trying to figure out my strengths and weaknesses there. And in 1 and 2, I was just lacking compared to just about everybody. It seemed like, especially like that last run when Jeff was running me down there on tires, he was making 2/10 every lap. But on the other hand, in 3 and 4, I was making a 10th or so here or there. So that ended up being pretty interesting and led to a great battle with Jeff. Congrats to him on the championship. He did a fantastic job this season. I think he ended up with what, like 7 wins or something. Mm-hmm. So definitely deserved by him. Definitely a great battle tonight. A little bittersweet after how I've run the last couple of weeks. If I could have ran a little bit better, I think we would have had a really good shot for the championship. But nonetheless, happy with the win.
For sure, and I know this is good momentum in the leagues that you run as well. And for next season, what are you hoping for next season and looking forward to seeing and trying to carry this momentum, this win into next year?
Looking forward to more battles like this. I feel like I started off the season not necessarily having the pace of Bailey and Jeff mainly. And I feel like this back half of the season, I've really picked it up, found a little bit of something, and we've been able to contend for wins, which is super fun, super rewarding. So looking forward to a lot more of that.
For sure. And let me ask you this. Is anybody you want to give a shout out to here for this year, this season, and for tonight's race?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for doing a great job with the broadcast. Got to thank Nick, all the admins doing a great job running this league, all the sponsors that hop on board for letting us do what we do, all the drivers putting on a great race, and my team VSPEED.
For sure. Well, we appreciate your time, Seth. Again, congratulations on the points finish. I believe P2 in points and as well as the win in the race. We appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing you back next season. And it's been an honor and pleasure to call it with you, brother. And we'll look forward to see what happens next.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Seth. Congratulations.
Great win, Seth.
Thank you.
That's our winner, Seth Hatchell. And we'll move on to our second place finisher in the race, but most of all, our season champion, two-time champion, Adam. I believe you're with him.
Yes, I am. Jeff Wright. This is Adam and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy.
I got you guys.
Well, you are a two-time champion. We saw you burning it down there with the only other two-time champion in the history of BTDY. Couldn't quite get the victory here, but what a battle tonight between the two of you. Just describe this race and really this season with your 7 wins and the success that you saw.
Yeah, man, what an awesome race. And first, congrats to Seth on the win there, man. I wanted that one bad. And it felt like it might have been a good spot to try and do it. But when he beat me to pit lane, I knew it was probably going to be a little bit tough. Yeah, I had the tire advantage, but Seth is really good at taking care of his stuff. And then obviously just trying to pass is really difficult, although we were just going back and forth for a few laps there. So hope that was entertaining. But yeah, Auto Club always puts on a really, really good show. And it's, even more fun when you got really good guys to race against like Seth. And, you can bank on them racing you clean. And, we battled hard. I think we probably touched a few times, but yeah, that was just a blast. And man, I really wish I could have won that one, but we'll take second.
Yeah, you end up with 7 victories on the season and a pretty substantial points advantage there to close things out. It was looking dicey at one point, right? I mean, you saw Seth take the points lead from you, and you end up charging back and running away with your second championship. How does that feel to get that done here and get that second championship?
Yeah, to join the likes of Seth Hatchell being a 2-time BTDY champion, that's awesome. Seth, he's obviously so good, and he kind of, I think, ran the show here for a while, and nobody could really touch him. So the fact that we can put our name in there with Seth Hatchell, that's pretty awesome. A really fun season, obviously, and just there's so many people to thank, just for the league, for the broadcast, sponsors, admins, everybody that puts these things on. So I hope this isn't the last of it, man. I'm looking forward to coming back next year. This is such a fun league to race in. Wouldn't want to be doing anything else on a Tuesday night but racing BTDY here. So like I said, I'm hoping we're coming back, and I'm sure if we do, I'm sure Seth Hatchell's going to be one tough guy to beat there for the championship. It's the race to 3, right? Race to 3-time champion.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then you start racking them up from there. That's the next big milestone, is to see a 3-time champion. We've got 2 2-time champions. You nearly tied the wins record in a season, and you just one short of that here. It could have been the tie tonight, but either way, 7 is an incredible amount of wins in a season. Just so much fun to watch out here, Jeff. I'm excited to start watching you again on Saturday nights and be a part of calling some of those races as well. And we do hope that BTDY is back here on. You already gave your shout outs. Is there anybody else you want to thank, or any final thoughts before we head into next?
Yeah, I just don't want to forget anybody. I want to list all the admins, Alan Dice, Cody Adkins, Nick Sterling, Dallas Sullivan, Tim and Zach, for all those guys do. It takes a lot to be able to run these leagues. It's a lot of time, effort, and money, to make these things happen. And, it doesn't just happen without, a lot of effort being poured into it. So, I just want to thank those guys for everything they do. And, make sure we're letting know everybody in the league and everybody watching, that it does take a lot, to run these leagues, and we shouldn't take these for granted, so definitely hope we're back here racing again Tuesday next season. Obviously everybody at the broadcast team. So you, Adam Baker, Alec Martinez, for all you guys do, Bradley Cooper, Logan, and everybody else at VSPEED for all the quality broadcasts that you guys do. You guys are the best in the business, and it's so much fun to come back and watch these. Quick shout out to my spotter, crew chief Reggie Ortega. He was on the box tonight. He almost got us another one. He got us a championship, but not quite that win that we were hoping for. So appreciate Reggie taking some time out of his day, come jump on the box, and call some pit strategy for us. So close, but just one spot short. And And then thanks to all the teammates. So Bailey, Angelo, AJ, Eric, and then Reggie when he can be here. Reggie was pretty much part-time, couldn't make every race, but just a really fun group of guys to race with on Tuesday nights, and hope we get to do it again next year. And then obviously big shout out to Seth for the win tonight. What a battle, and what a big win for him.
Yeah, incredible battle to close things out here this season. It was fun all season long to watch that 48 machine go to victory lane and claim this championship. So again, congratulations, Jeff. We're excited to see you join the likes of Seth with two championships, and looking forward to so much more from that 48 machine. Sure. Thanks for taking some time here after the race, and we'll catch you next season.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all your work.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeff.
It's your champion, Jeff Wright.
Yeah.
Two-time champion, and so many people play a role in making that happen. Shout out to Reggie there, who been a big friend of BTDY
sure.
and VSPEED for a long time, and cool to see him be a part of that as well. Got a lot of, or not too many drivers to go through in the results tonight.
Yeah.
Small field, but not short on action, like we said. 12 lead changes, and a lot of those happening between the top two finishers. Seth Hatchell takes the final victory of the season, his fourth here this year. Jeff Wright finishes in the second spot, but claims the championship. Bailey Turner, third tonight after a strong run at the end. Chris Samard finishes in fourth. Noah Halski going to finish in the fifth position. Angelo Ronas going to finish in sixth. Bradley Cooper in his debut finishes seventh. Dallas Sullivan going to finish in the eighth spot. Alan Dyson ninth, and Caleb Weekly rounds out the top 10.
And 11th was Dennis Faircloth. 12th was Cody Adkins. 13th, Ray Massey. 14th, Max Cost, and Logan Thurkeld. Sorry, I pronounced his name wrong on Friday, so I apologize to him. But he comes home in 15th, and I hate to say it, Adam, but that is the final time we will be saying that was the race for this season. Because man, what a season it was, and it was so good to have you come back and broadcast, and Bradley and Logan also being able to broadcast with them. It was truly an honor and a pleasure, and I just love coming here on Tuesday nights and broadcasting. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity, and man, just awesome season.
Yeah, and BTDY, just they've been here since pretty much the start of VSPEED, so it's always cool to call these races, and it's been amazing having you up here in the booth, bringing the energy like you do every single week, and gonna be gonna miss it a little bit over the off season here. We'll get a nice little break, and then hopefully these guys come back. Really awesome format for next season, and we'll see what cars they're in. Hopefully
Sure.
something, maybe something we've never even seen before, but always interesting stuff here in BTDY. I want to thank all the sponsors and everybody that makes this happen. Bradley Cooper, with all of his assistants, Logan Threlkeld, like you said, filling in for a good chunk of this season as well. We appreciate him so much. All the other VSPEED production crew and commentators for everything that they do for the channel here. Make sure to tune on in tomorrow night for the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League. It's going to be at Mid-Ohio right here. We got a few more races throughout the week, but BTDY is going to be off for a little while. We'll make an announcement when they're coming back, when they do decide on their schedule, but looking forward to when they do come back. So until next time, have a great night, and thank you so much for watching.